Okay, so in the last video we went to our org people controller and we coded up the stripe settings, but we haven't done anything with it yet. And we have all these variables that are going to go into the view. So let's just go ahead and code up the view. Now, our function is called stripe settings, so we want a view that's also called stripe settings, and that's what we created under the org people controller or under the org people view. Now, all the stuff that you see here right now is stuff that you have already seen in previous videos. We're just spinning out the sidebar and a div with the same classes that we've already seen before. And we're also providing a title and centering our header1 tags with payment settings as the header. The next thing we want to do is we want to open up our div, and the class here would be payment settings. And if you have copied over our SCSS, then you should already have that class. So you shouldn't need to worry about that. Otherwise, just go find where our file is and copy over the CSS. Now the next thing I want to open is open up a center tag, and we are going to have some paragraphs here to describe what we want you to do. So this is literally a paragraph saying that we use the Stripe to process payments, the most effective and efficient way for payments to be transferred to your bank account. Please fill out the form below so we can create an account for you and pay you. So that's what we're gonna say to the COO of the grocery store who wants to use Project Mio to expand their reach. So that's pretty much it there. I want to open up an HR tag for a horizontal row. And then I want to open up a div. And what we're going to have in this div is we're going to have an if statement, and not PHPF, but RubyIf. And if the current or person is already connected, that means they already have a Stripe managed account, which is what we're using. Then we're going to render a partial called Stripe settings. So we're going to render a partial called Stripe settings. Else, we will render another partial that's different called Stripe connect. And then we're going to close it off with an end here. And that's that. 21 lines of code. So, of course, we're not done yet. We have to create these layouts. So, why don't we go to our layouts folder and do new file. And let's just save this as stripe connect.html.erb. So this one is going to be rather short for this connect file. What I want to do is I want to do a if stripe account retrieves self country in. So we're checking if this user actually has a Stripe account, or a Stripe managed account, I should say. So we want to do that, and we also want to put an end for this because all we want to do, we just want one if statement, no else is nothing else. So if they have a Stripe account, retrieve self. So is saying is that if they're in a country where Stripe managed accounts are available, then we could go ahead and create an account for them. Because if we go over to our Stripe managed account, you could see that the only allowed countries here are US and Canada so far. Um, the countries Australia, United Kingdom, and Ireland are also available, but we just want to focus on US and Canada right now. So that if statement basically checks to see if the user is in a country that has Stripe managed accounts offered by Stripe. So if it's the case that they're living in Canada or the United States, then we want to create a form for them to connect their business account or their business bank account to Project Neo. So let's open up some center tags and some H3s, and inside this H3 will be managed. And the paragraph here would be create a managed Stripe account in. So nothing here. Then we're going to open up a form, and this form will be to the Stripe managed path, and it will be a post method. And then of course we have to put our end. And what we want to do here is we want to open up a select tag to show them the countries that they can select. So this pretty much just shows the countries US or Canada, because we only allowed US and Canada to be shown. And then we're going to open up a terms of services box to show them the Stripe connected account agreement. And we want to close that label. And then we want to finish it off with a submit tag with create. And once they tick the terms of services and they select a tag for their countries and click create, then we'll be creating their account pretty much. The last thing I want to go through is I want you to go to your routes, because we pretty much added a new route, Stripe Manage Path, over here in the form. So we need to create that path. So let's go to our routes under, let's say, TRX orders. Want you to do post connect managed, Stripe managed. I'm going to put 2 comments here saying it's for Stripe routes, create accounts. So what this brings us to is brings us over to our Stripe controller that we created some time ago, and it brings us to the manage function here, which creates a connector, a Stripe managed object, and this connector will go to our Stripe managed.rb, create the account, and if the account was created successfully, then it'll come back with a success message saying that the managed Stripe account was created. Otherwise, it'll give a failure message saying that we're unable to create the Stripe account, and then it'll redirect us to the Stripe settings path, which we have here. And this stuff I've already explained in the last video. So other than that, that's our Stripe connect.html.erb. In the next video, we will go over our Stripe settings.html.erb. And why don't you just go ahead by yourself and try to click our payment settings and see where it goes. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.